Ali stood on the roof of his building in Karachi, fixing the water pipe. The sky was clear, the sun bright. Birds flew peacefully. It was just a normal day. Until it wasn't. Without warning, the sky changed color. A deep, burning red spread across the horizon like blood in water. People in the streets stopped. Children stopped playing. Even traffic slowed down. Everyone looked up. Ali felt a strange fear in his chest. This was not a sunset. This was something else. Suddenly, the birds disappeared. Then something huge broke through the clouds. A black metal ship, silent like a shadow, but bigger than any building. It moved slowly, covering the sun. Then came another, and another. 10, 20, 50. People started screaming. Ali rushed downstairs, his heart beating fast. "Mama, Baba," he shouted. His mother came to the door, holding a prayer bead. "What is this, Ali?" "I don't know. It's not a plane. It's something else." All over the world, the same thing was happening. In New York, London, Mumbai, Beijing, the red sky, the dark ships, the silence before the storm. Then at 3:07 p.m. Pakistan time, every phone, every screen, every radio played the same message. It was not human. A deep robotic voice said, "This planet now belongs to the Karex Empire. Do not resist. Your leaders have already failed. Your armies will not survive. Submit, or be erased." The message played in every language. And then the sky exploded. From the ships came beams of light, white and sharp like lightning. They hit buildings, towers, power plants. In seconds, cities fell. Communication networks crashed. Satellites went offline. Earth was silent. Ali grabbed his family and ran toward the basement. From the window, he saw the city burn. The lights went out. The ground shook. Fighter jets tried to rise, but were shot down in the air like flies. In just 15 minutes, the world changed forever. 48 hours later, Ali sat in a dark shelter with 10 strangers. Food was low. Internet was dead. No phone signal. Only silence and fear. "What do they want from us?" someone whispered. "They want to erase us," an old man replied, "like we never existed." Ali couldn't sleep. He kept thinking, why Earth? Why now? And why were the aliens so confident? His thoughts were interrupted when a child pointed at the wall. "What's that sound?" Everyone stopped. From deep underground, they heard a soft hum. Then a light blinked near a broken panel in the wall. No one touched it, but it turned on. A female voice spoke from the speaker. "Survivors detected. Initiating spark protocol." Ali looked around. What is this?" The old man's eyes widened. "That's not alien tech. That's ours. 20 years ago. Secret lab, northern Pakistan. Flashback. A scientist named Dr. Haroon discovered a strange metal piece in the mountains, not from Earth. He called it the spark. He believed it was part of a weapon or a message. He tried to warn the government. They listened, but they didn't act fast. Before the lab was shut down, he hid the spark deep underground. He believed Earth might need it one day. That day had come. Back to present. Ali stared at the blinking light. The voice continued, "If you are hearing this, Earth has fallen. You must finish what we started. There is still hope." Someone asked, "Who is this?" Ali replied, "Maybe. Our last chance." Outside, the sky was still red. Alien ships still flew over cities. But in the darkness of Earth, a small light had turned on. A spark. The fight was not over. The shelter was cold, and the only sound was the faint hum of machines. Ali stood in front of a large panel, blinking at the strange symbols. His hands trembled slightly, but he didn't stop. He couldn't. He needed answers. "What is the spark protocol?" Ali asked, looking at the screen, but no one replied. Dr. Haroon, an older man with tired eyes and white hair, slowly walked toward him. He was the only one who understood what was happening. I created it, Dr. Haroon said softly, his voice heavy with years of regret. Ali looked at him, confused. You created this? But why? Dr. Haroon nodded slowly. Years ago, I was part of a research team. We found something. Something buried deep in the ice in the north. It wasn't human. We called it the spark. Ali leaned forward. And what was it? We didn't know at first, Dr. Haroon continued, eyes distant. It was a signal, an energy source we couldn't understand. But it was powerful. Too powerful. Ali frowned. So this spark can help us? It can, Dr. Haroon replied, but only if we find the rest of it. We only had a piece. The rest is somewhere hidden. Ali's heart raced. Where? Dr. Haroon didn't hesitate. I think it's in the mountains of Gilgit-Baltistan. But to reach it, we have to go through the Carex-controlled areas. And that's not going to be easy. The journey begins. The team gathered in the war room, huddled around a holographic map. The red dots showed Carex patrols scattered across Earth. The path to the Spark core wasn't just difficult. It was a death trap. We're going underground, Ali said, his voice firm. We'll avoid their patrols. It's the only way. Captain Rehan, the soldier who had lost his entire unit during the first Carex attack, spoke next. We'll need a small team. We can't risk alerting the whole army. Ali nodded. Just the essentials. Dr. Haroon, you're with me. Rehan, you'll lead the rest of the team. Let's move out. The tunnels of Earth. They entered the underground tunnels, dark and long forgotten. The air was damp and the walls were covered in rust and dirt. Ali could barely see his hand in front of his face, but he didn't mind. They couldn't afford to stop. They walked in silence for hours, the only sound their footsteps and the occasional drip of water echoing through the tunnels. This should take us close, Dr. Haroon said, his voice breaking the silence. But we'll need to get out quickly once we find the spark. If we stay too long, the Carex will know we're here. Ali's mind raced. The spark was their best chance of surviving the Carex, but they couldn't take too long to find it. Every second counted. Carex drone encounter. The team reached an old military facility deep within the mountain range. The building was half buried, but it still stood strong. There in a dark room was the spark core. It hummed softly, waiting for activation. Before they could approach it, a faint noise echoed through the tunnels. A red light blinked. Carex drones, Rehan whispered. They'd found us. Suddenly, 2 Carex scout drones appeared from the shadows. They were silent, their metal bodies shining in the low light. Ali froze, his heart pounding. He had heard about the drones. Deadly, quick, and merciless. They weren't supposed to be here. Without thinking, Rehan pulled out his gun and fired. Boom. The first drone exploded into pieces. Move, Rehan shouted. The second drone didn't wait. It fired a blast of plasma at them, but the team was already running, scrambling for cover. Ali dove behind a stack of metal crates as the plasma blast hit the wall behind him. Boom. Rehan fired again, and the second drone went down, its body crashing to the ground. That was too close, Dr. Haroon said, wiping his brow. They'll know we're here now. Ali looked around. We need to go now. Inside the core. The team moved quickly, reaching the core room. Inside, a strange device glowed softly, lighting the room with an eerie light. This is it, Dr. Haroon whispered. The spark. He approached the device and started working, typing in codes on the control panel. What is it? Ali asked. This, Dr. Haroon replied, is a part of a system. It's not just a weapon. It's a power source. It can help us fight the Carex, if we can activate it. Ali stood back, watching as Dr. Haroon worked. The device hummed louder. Then, without warning, the voice echoed through the room. Spark AI active. Welcome, Dr. Haroon. Ali's heart skipped a beat. It's talking. Dr. Haroon smiled. Yes, and it's alive. 6 humans detected. One with unusual brain activity. Subject: Ali. Everyone turned to Ali. What does that mean? Ali asked, feeling a chill run down his spine. Subject: Ali has adaptive neural patterns. Connection to spark possible. Dr. Haroon stepped closer, his eyes wide. You're connected to it. The Carracks are coming. Suddenly, a loud alarm blared through the facility. The walls shook. Carrack's forces were closing in. Rian grabbed his rifle. They know we're here. We need to leave now. Spark AI's voice came again. Warning, Carrack's hunter unit approaching. Estimated time 10 minutes. Ali looked at Dr. Haroon. What now? Spark AI spoke one last time. You have 2 options: escape or activate weapon systems. Rihan was already moving toward the exit. We run. But Ali looked at the spark core, feeling something deep within him. He had no idea how, but he knew. He was ready. Activate the weapon, Ali said, his voice calm. We fight. Ellie stood near the glowing spark core. His hands were shaking, not from fear, but power. He could feel it inside him now, like a pulse. Something had changed. Outside the mountain lab, the Carrack's hunter unit was coming. Their machines were fast, deadly, and showed no mercy. Spark, Ali said. What can I do? You are connected to the Spark network, the AI replied. You can control the interface. You can activate defense systems. You can fight. Dr. Haroon stared at him. Ali, you're the key. Do it. Ali closed his eyes. He reached into the core with his thoughts. The lab transforms. Suddenly the walls moved. Hidden panels opened. From the ground, an old machine rose. Part tank, part ship, part weapon. A forgotten human prototype, the Viper unit. Spark AI explained. This was our first attempt to reverse engineer alien tech. It was never finished. Until now. Ali stepped into the pilot's seat. The machine lit up with his touch. Captain Rehan watched in disbelief. He's sensing with it, like it was built for him. Outside, the ground shook. The Carrack's machines were here. Tall, spider-like walkers with glowing red eyes. They'd fired plasma blasts at the mountain. Ali spoke softly. Let's show them Earth fights back. The first strike. The Viper unit burst through the side of the mountain like a beast unleashed. Ali didn't know how to fly it, but his hands moved like they already knew. Spark guided him. Missiles locked. Guns turned. The walkers didn't expect it. Ali fired the first shot. Boom! The first Carrack's hunter exploded into flames. Rehan and the others cheered. Ali moved fast, dodging lasers, returning fire, using the terrain. He flew like a storm, hit like lightning. In just 5 minutes, every Carrack's machine was destroyed. The galaxy reacts. Far above Earth, Commander Xeret stood in silence. He watched the feed from the battle. A single human had wiped out his elite unit. How is this possible? He growled. An officer replied, The Spark protocol is active. The human merged with it. Xeret turned away. Then it begins, the human uprising. Back on Earth, Ali landed the Viper next to the lab. Smoke rose behind him. He stepped out, breathing hard. Rehan slapped his back. You did it, kid. Ali looked at the destroyed alien tech. This was just the beginning. Dr. Haroon walked forward, holding a small alien device they took from a broken walker. This is a data node, he said. We can use it to locate other Carrack bases, maybe even steal one of their ships. Ali nodded. Then let's take the fight to them. Hidden enemy transmission. On a distant moon, a rebel alien, a former Carrack scientist named Velin, picked up the signal from Earth. They activated the spark, he whispered. Impossible. He turned to his screen and typed quickly. To humans of Earth, if you hear this, I am not your enemy. I can help you stop the Carracks, but you must reach me. Location coordinates attached. The message was sent. Across the stars, the resistance had begun. Humanity prepares. Ali, Rehan, and Dr. Haroon returned to the shelter. People gathered around them, hopeful. Ali stood up and spoke. Today, we fought back. Today, they saw our strength. But this is just the first strike. They came to erase us. Instead, we will become their nightmare. We are not weak. We are not finished. We are humanity. People clapped, some cried. Others stood ready. The spark core pulsed in the background. The AI spoke, uploading alien data. New coordinates found. Enemy mothership, located in low orbit. Ali smiled. Then we take their ship. Ali stood at the map table, staring at the new coordinates Spark AI had provided. The Carex mothership was in orbit, high above Earth. It was bigger than any ship they had ever seen. An enormous floating fortress, hovering like a dark shadow. They won't expect us to strike from below, Ali said, his voice steady. Captain Rehan nodded. We'll use the tunnels, the same way we did before. But this time, we need something bigger. Stronger. Dr. Haroon was already working on something. I know what you're thinking, he said. I've been working on it for years. A weapon. Not just to fight the Carex, but to end them. The weapon awakens. In a hidden underground facility, deep beneath the shelter, Dr. Haroon revealed what he had kept secret for so long. A massive metal cylinder, glowing with alien energy. This, Haroon said, is the Talon engine. We found its design in the Carex archives. It uses their own technology against them. But it was never completed. Until now. The weapon stood in front of them, almost alive in its silent power. It could fire a single focused energy beam strong enough to pierce the shields of the Carex mothership. Can we use it? Ali asked, eyes wide. We can, Dr. Haroon said, but only if we can get close enough to their mothership. And for that, we need to move quickly. The infiltration plan. Ali, Rehan, Dr. Haroon, and a small group of soldiers prepared to infiltrate the Carex mothership. Their mission: plant the Talon engine in the ship's core and activate it. The plan was dangerous. The Carex had shields and drones everywhere. Getting close would be impossible without drawing attention. But with Spark AI guiding them, Ali felt something inside him. Confidence. The fight wasn't over. It was just beginning. The Viper unit had been repaired, now stronger than before and ready for its final mission. The battle begins. The team traveled through the tunnels, making their way to the surface. The first part of the plan was simple: stay hidden. But when they reached the surface, things went wrong. A Carex patrol unit spotted them. Get to cover. Rian yelled as the team scattered. Ali jumped into the Viper, activating the weapons system. He fired at the Carex drones, taking down 3 in seconds. But more were coming. Hundreds. The sky turned red as the alien ships descended like a swarm of angry hornets. We can't hold them off for long, Dr. Haroon shouted. Ali gritted his teeth. We don't need to. We just need to buy enough time. He fired the Viper's engines, sending it into the air. As the drones chased him, the rest of the team rushed to the mothership's docking station. The Talon engine was their only hope. A desperate move. The Viper's engines roared as Ali led the drones on a wild chase through the sky. He dodged laser blasts, flying between the buildings and mountains, taking out more enemies with every turn. But the Carex were relentless. They were fast, and they were smart. I can't keep this up much longer, Ali shouted, his hands gripping the controls. Spark AI spoke in his ear. The Talon engine is ready. You have one shot. Use it. Ali's heart raced. This was it. The team needed the Talon engine to complete the mission, but he was being pulled farther from them. Suddenly, he saw the mothership, massive, dark, and looming over the earth like a storm cloud. He had to get close enough to launch the weapon. But the drones were closing in fast. Rehan's voice came through his earpiece. "Ali, fall back. Get to the mothership." Ali hesitated. The Talon engine was their last hope, but he couldn't leave the team behind. "I'm coming," he said. "Hold on." The final push. Ali turned the Viper around and dove straight into the heart of the battle. The drones followed, but Ali was faster. He fired the Viper's cannons, destroying the last few drones in his path. His mind raced as he approached the mothership. The Kerex ships fired on him, but he didn't stop. He dodged, he weaved, and with a final push, he smashed through the shields of the mothership and flew inside. Inside, chaos raged. Ali could see the Kerex soldiers running for cover. This was their chance. Ali landed the Viper and leaped out. The team was waiting, the Talon engine in hand. "We need to get to the core," Dr. Haroun shouted. They ran through the ship, moving fast, fighting off Kerex soldiers who tried to stop them. Finally, they reached the core, a massive chamber filled with alien tech. Ali turned to Dr. Haroun. "This is it." Haroun nodded and placed the Talon engine in the center of the room. It hummed to life. The weapon fires. The ship shook. The Talon engine powered up, charging with alien energy. Sparks flew from the walls as the weapon activated. Ali held his breath. Then, with a roar, the Talon engine fired. A beam of pure energy shot through the core of the mothership. The ship trembled and then exploded. Pieces of debris scattered in every direction. The Kerex mothership was no more. The explosion of the Kerex mothership echoed in the silence of space. Pieces of the ship floated away, burning like stars in the dark sky. The ground shook on Earth, but there was no time to relax. The fight wasn't over. Not yet. Ali stood in the ruins of the alien mothership, breathing heavily. His hands still trembled from the power of the Talon engine. "Is it over?" Rehan asked, looking around. The ship was falling apart. The walls were crumbling. "It's not over," Ali replied. "We've destroyed their ship. But there's more. There's always more." Dr. Haroun looked at the broken walls of the core chamber. "We've hit them hard. But they'll send reinforcements. More ships, more armies. We need to make sure they don't come back." The last stand. The team rushed to the control room, and Ali activated the communication systems. He needed to send a message. The Kerex couldn't be allowed to regroup. They had to know that Earth wasn't finished, that humanity was stronger than they could ever imagine. Ali took a deep breath and spoke into the comm system. "We are the humans of Earth. You came to erase us. You thought we would fall, but we stand. You've seen what we can do. You've seen how we fight. This is not the end. This is only the beginning." The message broadcast across the universe, every word carrying the weight of humanity's survival. They had fought back and they had won. Ali paused, his eyes narrowing. "We are not your slaves. We are not your prey. We are Earth. And if you want to finish this war, come for us. We are waiting." The message was sent. Kerex response. In the far reaches of space, the Kerex Empire watched the broadcast. Commander Xurat, furious beyond measure, slammed his fist against the table. The humans had just given them a challenge they never expected. "Send every fleet we have," Xurat growled. "The humans think they can fight us. They will learn the truth." But even as he ordered the attack, something deep inside him knew it wouldn't be easy. The humans had a spark, something the Kerex had never expected. The war begins. On Earth, the people celebrated. They had won their first battle. But everyone knew this was just the beginning. Cities rebuilt, but there was no time for peace. The Kerex would be back, and they would bring everything they had. Ali and his team returned to the underground shelter, where they were met with cheers and thanks. But there was no joy in their hearts. They had to prepare. "We need to train," Rian said. "The next battle will be harder." Dr. Haroun agreed. The Talon engine was a huge advantage, but we need to create more weapons like it. We need to build an army, a real one. Ali nodded. He was ready for whatever came next. The Korex had underestimated humanity. They thought Earth was weak. Now they knew the truth. Humans were not just survivors. They were fighters. The Global Alliance. Ali became a symbol of resistance, a hero for every human who had fought back. But he knew that this war wasn't just about him. It was about Earth, about every person who believed in survival, in standing up for what was right. He stood with Dr. Haroon, Rehan, and the rest of the team as they spoke to world leaders. The message was clear. Humanity had to unite. No country, no nation could stand alone against the Korex. They needed to be a global force, together. And so, the Earth Alliance was formed. Scientists, soldiers, and civilians from every corner of the globe worked together, sharing knowledge, weapons, and technology. Earth was no longer divided. It was one planet, united against a common enemy. Humanity's first victory. The first Earth fleet, made up of fighter jets, ships, and the new human-made tech, took off. They were ready. They knew the Korex would come, but they also knew that they were prepared. Ali stood on a launch platform, looking at the ships as they ascended into the sky. His heart was full, not of fear but of hope. Humanity had proven it could fight back. Now, they would take the war to the stars.